Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Now I'm here to do another video. Sorry if I hadn't made a video in around 2 days because I was having online class, so of course I have an excuse. Anyways, we're here to do my finalized top 5 from season 3 of The Loud House. Now keep in mind, season 3 is still a fantastic season, but after rewatching these episodes and thinking in my head, I honestly think there are a few episodes that are better. So yeah. This is my new finalized top 5 from season 3. Now, comment down below if you actually think this, if you actually like this list, or if you actually hate this list, or if a few of your favorite episodes are not on this list. Now, keep in mind, this is my opinion. I ain't gonna put your opinion on my list. And I ain't gonna put your list on my list. Yeah, this is specifically my opinion. If you disagree, that's totally fine. But keep in mind that I still like these episodes. Yeah, if an episode like Roadie to Nowhere is not on this list. Sorry guys. That was just my allergies. If an episode like Roadie to Nowhere is not on the list, keep in mind I still love that episode. I actually made a whole review on it. If you're after this video, go watch that video. So, with that said, let's begin my top 5. So yeah, number 5, I gotta give it to Everybody Loves Study. Yeah. Now, originally, this episode was kind of around the 40s and 30s. Now, after thinking in my head and after watching Yoshi Player's Season 3 video, I was kind of like, you know what? This episode actually needs more credit than it actually does. This episode is fantastic. I love the bonding in this episode. Lenny and her friends interacting was so awesome. Okay, I'm still questioning on why Jackie and Manny don't return, except for Jackie making a cameo on Stage Flight, and I'm still wondering why Becky and the gang are not in this episode, despite being another episode of Season 3, Scales of Justice, and Deal Me Out. I'm still kind of questioning why they weren't in this episode, but yeah, maybe they had an excuse, who knows. Yeah, I still love this episode, love the fact that Lenny is still a likable character. You understand her motivations and why she wants to do this. It's not like, oh, she's dumb and you don't understand her motivation. No, you understand her motivation. She's trying to bring her friends together because, you know, when they first met, they weren't really good with each other. They're pretty much arguing with each other. That makes total sense than Frenzy, which are the kids just fighting over some privileges or something. Yeah. That makes sense over that episode. That's why this episode is one of the best of season 3. I also love the fact that Lori and Lincoln aren't pointless in this episode. I like the fact that we had backstory of Lincoln's friends in this episode. Yeah, if you're wondering what that part was, remember that scene there in Lori's room where Lincoln is talking to Lenny? Yeah. If you're wondering if you're wondering about that scene, go rewatch it again. Yeah, you can clearly see Lincoln narrating the story of his best friend group history before Stella joined. Anyways, yeah, still fantastic episode. One of the best of season 3. Definitely one of more underrated ones. Number 4, Head Poet's Anxiety. Yes, this episode is now on the list. Now, this replays Frenzy. You gotta watch to the end of the video. Yeah, I meant Head Poet's Anxiety is honestly amazing. Love the bond between Luann and Lucy. I just loved the part where Luann's teaching Lucy on everything relating to poetry. I just love the montage. I like their bonding. I like their gags. I just like this team up. Yeah, it's kind of good that they actually foreshadowed this team up there in Room with a Feud, where Luann is now paired up with Lucy, with Lisa's suggestion, and also in this season 3, we also had another team out episode with Lucy. That's not Lincoln. That's Lola, which is also foreshadowed from Room and Horde. I meant Room with a Feud. So yeah, pretty nice seeing an episode from last season actually foreshadowed an episode from this season. Yeah. And not every joke works. There's actually a few gags I didn't particularly like the whole Lucy smiling thing. Gag with Lynn Sr. It wasn't very funny to begin with, because in other episodes Lucy actually smiled. And I'm not very fond of the vlog joke from Lenny. That was kind of bad. And Clyde was kind of pointless. Overall, this episode is fantastic. Also, P.S. Still love that reference to funny business. Top 3. These are the best episodes from season 3, and they're definitely my top 10. Number 3. Home with a Fave. Yes, this is still remaining as my third favorite episode of season 3. This episode is still fantastic. I just love the bond between Lindsay and the siblings. I like that whole montage where he's bonding with the siblings, and next one sibling is hanging out with Lindsay, and the other sibling is pretty much a little bit. You're thinking that he's jealous or she's jealous, but actually, oh wait, they're not actually jealous the entire time, and and the reason for being not having a happy face is because something disappointing happened that day. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, still love that montage. There's a few good gags in this episode, and the ending with the pets was not very great because I thought that they were unlikable during the ending. Overall, a very fantastic episode. Definitely can compete with the original 2 seasons. Yeah, keep in mind, this top 5 is a lot better than the best episode of season 4. Yes, that season has a lot of good episodes, but they weren't as good as this season's good episodes, or season 1's good episodes, or season 2's good episodes. Yeah, these original 3 seasons have better episodes than the 4th season. Yeah, not saying season 4 has a lot of bad episodes. Again, season 4 is still better than season 1. But yeah, season 4 didn't really have episodes where I was gently wowed with the presentation of those episodes, unlike this season and the original 2. So yeah, let's move on. Number 2, Racing Hearts. Yes, still again, this episode remains on my list. Still better than Stage Pie in my opinion. Yeah, what I realized about this episode, I was thinking this episode is worse than Else for Love. So yeah, that's now my number 3, this episode. Anyways, this episode has a lot of good parts. Love the cameos in the background. Like the fact that Lincoln and Clyde are in this episode, yet they never say anything. And the fact that we get a lot of episodes of these two in season 2, and the fact that they actually didn't turn this one to an episode, or say have turned this episode to a Lincoln and Clyde episode. Good thing. Yeah, like their relationship between Luna and Sam. I like their bonding. I like their gags. Yeah, without the positives with Head Poet's Anxiety, it's still the same thing with this one. Yeah, I just love the bonding. Yeah, I don't keep saying bonding in this video. Anyways, that's all I can say about Racing Hearts. Number 1. Still, really loud music. Now, after watching this episode, I was kind of thinking that, you know what, this is not really the best cartoon episode. I mean, yeah, I didn't like changing Luna, and I thought that some dances there in the best thing ever was kind of a little bit cringy, a bit not entirely cringy, but kind of cringy just a little bit. Not the most cringiest moment from season 3, but yeah, I seen cringier moments too, like that moment from White Hair. Anyways, this episode is still very good. I love the songs. I like the animation during the songs. I just like it. I just like the loud singing as usual, and seeing Luna in this episode again after Roadie to Nowhere was just awesome. Yeah, the fact that she didn't get an episode in season 2, it's also fun to see that she got in the second episode in season 3. Yeah, this is probably the only season where she got tons of focus besides season 1 and season 4. So yeah, just like season 1, all these Luna episodes are fantastic. So yeah, that's why this episode's my number 1 episode of season 3. Now this is my finalized top 5. Sorry if some of your episodes that you really love, like Shop Girl or Roadie to Nowhere, aren't on this list. I already explained why Roadie to Nowhere wasn't on this list, because sure, that episode's great, but I don't really think this is as good as my top 5. Now let's explain why Shop Girl wasn't on this list. Keep in mind, I still love this episode. I really like Lenny's development. I really like the siblings trying to teach Lenny how to be tough and more mean, But this episode feels a little bit like they're rehashing a bit of the abrasive side. That episode where SpongeBob gets an abrasive side and next puts it on his back and next pretty much the abrasive side says mean stuff to everyone in Bikini Bottom. And next, yeah, consults them. You know what? Whatever insulting thing that you might think, that abrasive side actually does. And yeah, it's pretty much a bit of a rehash, not entirely, because there's a few parts that are pretty different, like the fact that Lenny's siblings are actually teaching her how to be mean. Yeah, in that episode, the SpongeBob actually didn't need teaching. All he just needed was that abrasive side that Gary bought. So yeah, that's why this episode is not on this list. Though that episode is a lot better than the abrasive side, it's still not really as good as my top 5 episodes, or even as good as my top 10 from season 3. Is it top 10 material? Not really. But it's still certainly a good one. It's so much better to see after no spoilers. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, my second to least favorite Lenny episode by far. Now let's move on to why I think Frenzy and Cook were on this list. Now keep in mind, I love those 2 episodes. They're certainly one of the best. When I rethought these 2 episodes, though, I don't really think that they're really good or really fantastic. But at least they're a lot better than the stuff I already saw from season 1. Yeah, Frenzy is still good. I still like the opening, and I still like the cameos and the plant gag on the TV. There's a few stuff I do like the fact this whole episode takes place in a flashback. But I'm just thinking that this episode is a bit like Atlantis Scorpianus. Let's talk about Atlantis Scorpianus first. In that episode, yeah, a bunch of characters come in and see things they like. They sing about it. Yeah, followed by the next character. Yeah, they repeat the song like I think 4 times in this episode. Yeah, we got a few characters who sang. Yeah, in this episode, what the it's repeating again? We get the entire montage of the siblings bringing their friends together to compete with the other sister and their friend group. Like imagine if Lucy was there with the Morticians Club there in the TV, and ex Lola brought more friends to watch the TV. So yeah, that's pretty much what's playing at the same thing. At least, yeah, tons of friends pretty much come together with our main sibling and pretty much beat out the other one. That's pretty much the whole, like, say, middle section of this entire episode. I think it's kind of repetitive, though it's kind of fun to point out the background cameos. I still think this episode is not that good. Cooked was a good episode. After remembering it, I don't think it's really that good. There's a few flaws I have with the episode, like the fact that they actually I don't really like the fact about the whole, like, say, pine tree monster thing. I think that part was a little bit stupid because, that part was a little bit unnecessary. I mean, you pretty much think that it's actually Lincoln and Clyde on a bicycle, because you pretty much think on why would the monster be actually alive. Yeah, there's actually another few flaws because of the opening, the fact that the siblings are fighting, and Lincoln's commercial wasn't really that funny to begin with. So yeah, overall, this whole episode is great, but not top 5 worthy. Certainly better than the other episodes from season 1 and season 4. So yeah, that's my top 5. Hope you can agree with my list. Put down below in your top 5 best episodes from season 3. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. And thanks for watching. Bye.